Hello friends, we are discussing today nitrogen containing compounds. I'm Ramesh Panikar on behalf of KNA. In nitrogen containing compounds we have amines. Alright, we have amines. Now in amines are now classified as 1 degree amine, 2 degree amine and 3 degree amine. Here the classification is different. If we have carbon, it is bonded to NH2, and if the question is this one, or look at this compound, all right, and look at this case. Out of these three, which is primary amine, secondary amine and tertiary amine. So actually in case of amines, it is the classification is a bit different. In alcohols etc, we say if OH bearing carbon is bonded to one alkyl group, it is primary. If OH bearing carbon is bonded to two alkyl groups, it is secondary, and if OH bearing carbon is bonded to three alkyl groups, tertiary. In amines, it is means all these cases belong to primary amines. All these are primary amine, 1 degree amine. Means here the classification is based on in nitrogen. If nitrogen is attached to one alkyl group, like this is considered one alkyl group, if it is bonded to one alkyl group, then it is called primary. And if nitrogen is bonded to two alkyl groups like this, where the functional group is NH, it is called secondary. And if nitrogen is bonded to three alkyl groups, it is called tertiary. Alright, and if this tertiary amine is treated with the alkyl halide, we get R4. This LP of nitrogen is donated towards alkyl group. So this is basically coordinate bond, alright, and we have a positive charge and then X negative. So this is called quaternary ammonium salt. Quaternary ammonium salt. Alright. So and in amines, regarding basicity of amines. Since nitrogen has lone pair of electron, it can accept H positive, or this LP can be donated. So amines behave as they behave as bases. Alright, so if the basicity of ammonia is compared with the say CH3 NH2, and if it is compared with the aniline, right? Now see here what happens. Methyl group has plus I effect, plus I groups and plus M groups, plus I and plus M groups, they increase basic strength, because by donating or by repelling electron away from it, they ensure the availability of lone pair of electron over nitrogen. So methylamine is more basic than ammonia. Alright, and if you look at aniline, this is a conjugate system, LP sigma pi. So this LP of nitrogen move towards benzene ring. So the LP, the availability of lone pair of electron is not there. Alright, and we have a positive charge over nitrogen. So aniline is least basic, this is most basic, and ammonia is second. Ammonia is second and aniline is least basic. Alright, now look at some more cases like if we have methylamine CH3NH2 and dimethylamine CH3N CH3 whole twice NH and CH3 whole thrice N. Right. In such cases, see, due to increase in plus I group, basicity should increase. Alright. So in gaseous state, if all are in gaseous state, this is the order of basicity. Whereas in aqueous media, you should be very careful. In aqueous media, the order of basicity follows 2 degree, 1 degree and 3 degree and then ammonia. It is very, very important. 213, this order is 213, just remember 213 and then ammonia. Actually, in aqueous media, after the acceptance of H positive, like if CH3 NH2 accepts H positive, it is converted to the CH3 NH3 positive. Alright. So the electron pair between nitrogen and hydrogen, they get attracted towards nitrogen. So we have 3 partial positive centers and all of them can form hydrogen bond with water. Alright, all of them can form hydrogen bond with water like this. So in primary amine, this plus I effect is less, steric effect is less, but if you compare the strength of hydrogen bond after protonation, it is maximum in case of primary amine. Alright. And in tertiary amine, if you look at tertiary amine, after the acceptance of H positive, like if it accepts H positive, we have only one partial positive center. Alright. So obviously, in tertiary amine, though steric effect is maximum, hydrogen bond formed after the acceptance of H positive is least. So this order is the combined effect of steric effect and hydrogen bond. So it is better you remember this 213. Whereas if alkyl group is ethyl group, if it is ethyl group, then the order follows 231, then ammonia. These two orders you must remember, this one for methyl group and this one for ethyl group. For methyl group it is 213 and for ethyl group it is 231. Alright. So this thing you must remember. Alright. And then some important points include preparation of amines. Preparation of amines, we have reduction of nitrobenzene by using hydrogenation in the presence of palladium. Hydrogenation in the presence of palladium, or we have SN plus HCl, or we have Fe plus HCl. We get aniline. Nitrobenzene is reduced to aniline. Alright. Nitrobenzene is reduced to aniline. Or there is one more method, that is reaction of ammonia with the haloalkanes. This is called Hoffman's method. Alright. This is we get primary amine, in the first case RNH2, and that RNH2 again combine like this and it produces secondary amine. Similarly, again it will combine with secondary amine to give tertiary amine R3N, and this R3N can again combine with alkyl halide to produce R4N positive X negative. From this R4N positive X negative, this is called quaternary ammonium salt. Alright, quaternary ammonium salt. And this RNH2 formed in the first reaction combined with HX to give RNH2X. When this is treated with NaOH, we get RNH2 back. This is the removal of NaX, removal of water, and we get RNH2 back. Alright. So this is called Hoffman's method. This method is called Hoffman's method. Alright. Other methods include the reduction of cyanide drip. It is hydrogenated in the presence of nickel, or it is with sodium amalgam and water. We get RCH2NH2. Alright. Or you can reduce RCONH2 amide with lithium aluminium hydride, LaH. Lithium aluminium hydride, and we get RCH2NH2. Or we have one more method, that is Gabriel phthalimide reaction. Gabriel phthalimide reaction. That is, it started with the phthalimide. Initially, it is started with phthalimide. In the first step, it is treated with KOH. When we get potassium phthalimide, like this, and then it is treated with alkyl halide, and when it is treated with alkyl halide, we get N-alkyl phthalimide. The product is N-alkyl phthalimide, like this. And then this N-alkyl phthalimide is hydrolyzed when we get RNH2 and phthalic acid. This phthalic acid also, you must remember, the side product or byproduct. This byproduct is phthalic acid. Alright, and the major product is RNH2, primary amine. So this is also important. Alright. This is also important. Now the point is, by Gabriel phthalimide reaction, we cannot prepare aniline, this C6H5NH2, because if you want to prepare aniline by Gabriel phthalimide reaction, at this step we have to take C6H5X, and the problem with C6H5X is, due to resonance, the CX bond behaves as double bond. Alright. So it is very difficult to break this C6H5X. Alright. That is why we cannot prepare aniline by this method, Gabriel phthalimide reaction. Alright. So by these methods we can prepare RNH2, or we can prepare this C6H5NH2. Then comes their chemical properties. Some important chemical properties involve carbyl amine reaction. This is very important reaction. Carbyl amine reaction. Alright. So in carbyl amine reaction, RNH2 is treated with the CHCl3 and KOH. This is the removal of thrice of KCl. Alright. Removal of thrice of H2O, and we get RNC, alkyl isocyanide. This is also called carbylamine. That is why this reaction is called carbylamine reaction. It has a very bad odor. So with the help of this reaction, we can distinguish or we can test chloroform as well as primary amines. Even if you take aniline, you get C6H5NC, phenyl isocyanide. So this is very important reaction. All right.